All right. What is going on, everybody? Today, got episode 12 of the Journeyman Sports Podcast. So, what we're doing today is hoping to start a new little series on the channel where we're doing a week by week pick 'em sort of thing, just making our picks for the week, picking our best games, what we think is going to happen, giving a little short breakdown of each of them, too. So, I tried to record this earlier, didn't save, so hitting it back for round two here. So start off week 6 on Thursday Night Football. We got the Washington Commanders at the Chicago Bears. Now here we see Commanders are 1.5 point favorites. And the over-under is 39.5. So I really like Washington in this game. Just think top to bottom, they're just the better team here. I don't think anyone would be surprised by that. So going into Chicago, we'll give them a little bit of boost with home field. The Commanders, I like them to win by more than 1.5. Even though they're on the road. I'm going to pick the over on this game as well. I think Washington will cover a decent amount of that. But I've got the Commanders. I think Carson Wentz is going to play a really good game. I don't think the Bears can match up very well with that receiving core in Washington. So I've got the Commanders winning by more than 1.5, going over 39.5, and winning this game by a final score of 27-14. So got the Commanders winning that game. Moving on, got the Jaguars at the Colts. Colts are 1.5 point favorites in this one. This is an interesting game. You got Colts coming off a big win in Denver. Maybe not big, but any win for them right now is big. Jags with a very frustrating, disappointing loss at home against the Texans. So a little bit two momentum swings here. Last time we saw these two teams play, it wasn't even close. Curse continues for the Colts in Jacksonville. But I think this is going to be a lot closer game. They're in Indy. This has got some stakes now. 1.5 point favorites. Hmm. I'm gonna pick the Jaguars to win, but I think they're gonna win by more than 1.5. So I'll take the Jaguars here at plus 1.5. And I think this is gonna be a defensive battle. I think that Jaguars defense is really good. I think they're gonna be able to force some turnovers from Matt Ryan. And then Colts defense, we'll see if Shaq Leonard's playing or not. Um, that could be a big factor on these picks too. I'm gonna pick as if he's not. So I'm going to pick the over unders 42. I'm gonna take the under on this one. I think the Jags are going to win this game. Very close one. I'm gonna pick the Jags to win this one 21-17. Close game, but I think the Jags will ultimately pull it off. This next one, Jets versus the Packers. This is a very fun game. Jets, 2 wins in a row, get Zach Wilson back. Everything's crack-lacking for them right now. They're 3-2, looking good. They're making progress. That young core, those rookies, big-time impact players. And the Packers coming off a disappointing loss in London against the Giants. So the spread here, I like the Jets to cover 7.5. I think that's an easy cover for them. And then the over under 43.5. Hmm. That's a tough one. I'm gonna take the over. Could be a I think this has the potential to be a shootout. I think it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers coming off a disappointing loss back in Lambeau. I think he's gonna want some revenge. And I think the Jets are gonna get a slice of that. So, and they've got to keep up with Minnesota, who's got a very winnable game this week too. So I got the Packers winning this one. but the Jets covering go over 43.5. We're going to pick the Packers to win this one 27. No, we'll pick the Packers to win 30-24. Yeah, 30-24. We'll pick the Packers to win that one. I think the Jets look solid in that game, but I think the Packers and their experience and Aaron Rodgers is just going to be a little bit too much. Next one, this should be a good game. Wouldn't exactly have thought that at the beginning, but I think the Giants are legit. I think they're a really good team. Saquon is back. He's playing so well this year. Very well coached. Brian Dable's got to be the favorite for Coach of the Year right now. So Ravens come in off a big win at home against division rival Cincinnati Bengals. Giants get a big win in London against the Packers. These are two teams that are hot right now. And I like the Giants to cover here. And then 43.5, I'll take the under on that. I think the Ravens still win this game. I've got them winning in a very close one with a score of 21-20. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. I know the Ravens defense isn't great. They look good against Cincinnati, though. They look decent against the Bills. I'm not sure exactly. Their defensive line is good, though, and I think they could limit Saquon. Got to make Daniel Jones beat you here. And I think if they can do that, they'll win the game. So I like the Ravens to win this one, take the under 43.5, and then take the Giants to cover the 6 there. Bengals versus Saints. This will be a fun game too. This is one I think could go either way. 1 point spread that's what Bengals are favored by 1, and I think they will win that game by more than 1. 44.5 is the over under. Take the over on this one. This has the makings to be a shootout potentially. Bengals have a lot of firepower on their offense. So do the Saints. Can the Saints defensive line get pressure on Joe Burrow will be the biggest question in this game. I think if they can do that, the Saints have a much better chance to win this. But I think if Joe Burrow has time and is protected well, he could potentially tear that Saints defense apart. So, it's an interesting one to pick. I'll pick the Bengals to win. We'll take the over on 44.5. We'll take the Bengals 28-24. 28-24, Bengals win this one. Another thing that will be interesting to watch how the line could swing is which quarterback is playing for the Saints. But I think Bengals will win regardless. But I think the Saints are going to put up a good fight in this game for sure. Next, Buccaneers at the Steelers. Steelers have been a mess this year, and I think that's going to continue in this one. It's been very frustrating as a Najee Harris fantasy owner. Steelers as a whole, they just haven't looked good. No matter which quarterback is played, that offense has been stagnant the whole season. This Tampa Bay defense is very good. I think they will cause a lot of problems for whichever quarterback the Steelers decide to play. I like the Steelers. No, I like the Buccaneers to win by more than 8, honestly. 8 is a big line, or it's a big bet, but I just don't think the Steelers can put up that many points. And take the under on 43.5. Yeah, I just think Tom Brady's he's gonna look good this week. They'll keep getting healthy. The Buccaneers will. I just don't think the Steelers can keep up with them. They can't keep up with really anybody right now. Hard to bet against Tom Brady too. I'm going to pick the Buccaneers to win this one. A pretty low scoring game. I'm gonna say the Bucs win this one 24-9. An interesting score, but I think the Buccaneers just will pretty much stomp on the Steelers here. I don't think this game will be very close. And I think you're going to see the pure talent of that Buccaneers defense, especially against a struggling Pittsburgh offense here. 49ers at the Falcons. 49ers are 6-point favorites here with the over under of 42. Falcons are solid though. They've played a lot better than what I thought they would this year. Drake London has looked good. I think he's been the best rookie receiver out of the class so far. Marcus Mariota hasn't looked terrible either. 49ers look good though. We got another win this week. 49ers are rolling. 49ers defense is just really good. And I think 49ers are going to dominate on both lines, especially. I think they'll be able to run the ball. I don't think Atlanta's going to be able to make Jimmy G be a very active participant in this one. I think he's going to be able to sit back, relax, run the ball. I'm going to take the 49ers to win by more than 6. Over under 42. That's a tough one. I think the Falcons can score some points late, though, if it's a blowout. Pick the 49ers to win this one. 27-20. We'll take the over. Yeah, 27-29ers win this one. The Patriots at the Browns next game here. The Browns are 3-point favorites at home. I like that. I think a lot of this could change on which quarterback is playing in New England. Bailey Zapp looks good. He did get the win against the Lions. Lions defense not very good. This Cleveland crowd will definitely be into this game. Cleveland looking to put another win on the record. They should be maybe even undefeated at this point. But they should be at least 4-1, not 3-2. I'm gonna pick this as of right now as if Mac Jones is not playing. See exactly what happens with him later in the week. But I like the Browns right now. I think they'll win this game by more than 3. They look good against the Browns are 2-3. Sorry, they're 2-3. They should be at least 3-2. But I mean, this Browns team is a lot better than the record. Just had a lot of close games that could have gone either way. But I think they'll get a win here, get back to 500. I just don't think Bailey Zapp is going to be ready for that defense on the road either. So I will take the Browns to win this one in a low-scoring game, 23-17. Take the under here too. 23-17 Browns, I think, feels pretty good. Vikings and the Dolphins. Now, the biggest question mark is going to be the quarterback for the Dolphins. No, it probably won't be Tua. Will Teddy Bridgewater be healthy and be back for this game? I will pick this one as if he will be playing and Tyreek Hill will be playing. Hill was in the boot, said he got stepped on, said he should be fine. We'll see what happens there. But I'm going to pick this one as if Tyreek Hill and Bridgewater are both playing. So the Vikings coming off a good win against the Bears. They're a quiet 4-1, but they look very good this year. I like the Vikings a lot. I think if they get this win too, I think the Packers will win their game against the Jets too, but they got to keep the distance between them and the Packers. And I think this is a very good game to prove that they are a good team as well. To go into Miami, even without Tua, Teddy Bridgewater still a good quarterback, but I think the Vikings will win this one. I don't like the Dolphins as 1-point favorites here. I'm going to pick the Vikings to win this one. Score is a tough one here. 46.5 over under. Take the over. I'm going to say that the Vikings win this one 31-27. I just think they've got a lot of firepower. I think Teddy Bridgewater can put up points with the Dolphins offense, but I don't think it'll be enough to beat the Vikings. Vikings look really good right now, and I think they keep it going with a huge road win. All right. Panthers at the Rams. This is not going to be a good game, I don't think. Man, feel bad for Baker. He's just like this thing says, just looks like he's running out of time. Um, this is a big game for the Rams though. They need to prove they can win this one. Open as 8.5 point favorites. I like that. There's really no home field advantage at SoFi. This will be an interesting game. This is going to be one on the lines because we know the Rams O line. They did not look good in week 5 against the Cowboys. This is a big part of why they lost that game. This is an interesting one for sure. The Rams haven't looked good. Panthers haven't either. But this could be a chance for the Rams to get back on track a little bit. I like the Panthers to actually cover this one. Yeah, I like the Rams to cover it. And the over-under is tough because I don't feel like either of these teams are going to score a lot of points. I'll take the over. Give me the Rams to win this one 24-21. Yeah, I think this is going to be closer than what a lot of people think. The Rams aren't, or not the Rams, the Panthers aren't great. They're better than what people think. And I think the Rams, with how poor their line is played on, their offensive line is played, the Panthers have a chance with some good defensive players to get maybe a pick six or a fumble, win some field positioning. But I think the Rams are still going to win this one 24-21. Seahawks at the Cardinals. This is an interesting game here. Seahawks are a lot better than what we all thought they would be. We've seen that from the start. Geno Smith he's playing well this year. Seahawks they had a good game against New Orleans. They ended up losing, but this game could create a lot of firework. Like it creates a lot of points. It could be a very high scoring game. We see here 49.5 is the over under. I would take the over in this game. I think these are two pretty bad defenses and two talented offenses, and I think that'll show by the final score. This is a close one. Like 2.5 is a good spread for this. I like the Cardinals to win by more than 2.5 and win the game. I think the Cardinals win this one 30-28. Or no, sorry, 30-27, which would put it at 40s. Yeah, 30-27. Cardinals win. This will be a really fun game, though, I think. And it's going to be close. And this is a big game for these two in the division to try and stay within striking distance of the 49ers, who I think are going to be the team to beat this year in that division. Bills and the Chiefs. It's the best matchup of the year, of the week. All the history from last year comes back to this. The Bills are favored even on the road in Kansas City. Haven't seen the Chiefs play. This is being recorded on Sunday night. Nice and late. I've had a lot of trouble recording these. But this is the most exciting game of the year to me. Everything that happened last year, the overtime thriller, all the crazy stuff that happened. This is the game. The Bills are hot. They're coming off a 38-3 victory against the Steelers. See what the Chiefs do against the Raiders. But, I'm going to go against this. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. And I just think Mahomes he's just too good. He's best in the league. And I think he's going to show it again. Not a slight on the Bills at all, but I just think the Chiefs they're just so good. And I think Mahomes is going to show it too. I take the over in this one. I've got the Chiefs winning this one 38-35 in a game that's just going to be full of offense. And I think as fans, that's what we want to see. I think the biggest part of this will be which quarterback does not turn it over. The Bills defense especially is really good. The Chiefs defense can be good. Which quarterback is not going to put the ball in harm's way, but still be aggressive enough to give his team the best chance to win. So this is the game I'm most excited for. I think everyone is. can't wait to see what happens here in Kansas City. Cowboys and the Eagles. This is a very, very early, like good early season game for these two in the division. Who's going to start? That's the big question for the Cowboys. Cooper Rush, he's played solid. Or Dak Prescott. It's going to be a big thing that I think affects the odds over under everything. It's just that's going to be a big thing. And I'm going to bet on this or just talk about this as if Dak is the starter. I think Dak is healthy. I think he's good to go. And I think he wants to prove that he can win on the road at the Eagles to show that there is no quarterback controversy. There's no questions to be asked, all that different stuff. So I think Dak is going to come out. He's going to come out swinging in this game. And I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, because the Eagles are very good. And these are two of the best defensive and offensive lines in the league. And I think the Eagles are better offensive line. I think that Dallas' defensive line is better than others. But I think the Eagles' offensive line will be able to win more against the Dallas defensive line. Um, the Eagles can run the ball any which way, and I think that'll throw the Cowboys for a little bit of a loop. I think this is a battle of two good defenses, though, at the end of the day. The Eagles' defense is really good. They can force turnovers. Cowboys' defense can do the same thing. This is a hard game to pick. Like you could see it being a shootout, see it being low scoring, battle of the defenses. I'm gonna go on battle of the defenses. I'm gonna pick Cowboys to cover here. I'm gonna take the under on a 21-17 victory for the Philadelphia Eagles. I just think they're too good. They're the best team in football for a reason. They're undefeated. They've showed that they can get it done in all different sorts of ways. They beat the Vikings. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Jags. I can't remember they've beaten a lot of good teams. They haven't just walked over the slums of the NFL. Like they've beaten good teams. And I think they'll get another good win here. And they're just going to keep building. And I think they're just going to keep taking all the right steps like they have been this season. So give me the Eagles 21-17. And this is the final game of week 6, Monday Night Football, Broncos at the Chargers. Two teams that have been disappointing this year. Chargers more so because of injuries. They are 3-2. Broncos are 2-3. Russell Wilson's got a shoulder thing. Supposedly, Justin Herbert's still got the ribs. Chargers are very hurt. I mean, both these teams are injured. Like they're beat up, missing big players. There's really at SoFi, there's not a lot of home field advantage. I still like the Chargers to win this game. Broncos just haven't shown me much of anything this year. I mean, their offense has just been extremely disappointing. That defense is legit though. They have a playoff defense. It's just that offense has got to get it going at some point. I don't think that'll be against the Chargers though. That defense, while banged up, is still solid. We'll have to see exactly who's in or out in this game. I like the Chargers to win. I don't think this is going to be a very high scoring game either. Give me the Chargers 27-17 in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think this is going to be a very high scoring game. I think the Denver defense is going to give the Broncos a chance to stay in the game for a while, but yet again, they're just not going to be able to come through. And that's kind of been the story of the Broncos season so far. But this is a really good week of football. Got a lot of good games. Got Sunday night, Cowboys and Eagles, got the Bills and the Chiefs. I think that, where is it? Come on. This will be a good game. The Ravens and the Giants. and then the Jets and the Packers. There's a lot of good games this week, and I think it'll be very interesting to see what all happens. I'm excited to watch it all unfold. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all my picks. Let me know what you guys think I got right and wrong. Um, Thank you again for tuning in and watching. This has been a really hard one to record. I've recorded this twice now. It got deleted both times. Praying third time's a charm here. It's 1:30, doing this late, trying to get it out for the morning. Just trying to keep pushing the content out. We want to get this started up again. I know Cade hasn't been here for the last two, hoping he can be here. We record tomorrow. Yeah, we're trying to push as much as we can right now. We're in the heat of the NFL season. NBA's picking back up, starting. There's a lot of things going on in the sports world, and I'm just excited to take it all in. We hope that you guys are enjoying us being back. We're trying our hardest to do everything that we can with a new series like this and just more consistent content. So appreciate you as always for watching. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you need to do. Just try and push this out to other people so we can keep growing. And thank you guys as always for watching. And that'll be it for episode 12 of the Journeyman Sports Podcast. We'll see you next time.